Good evening, I hope everyone's well today. Thank you for watching. This is my Hours of the Cinema review for the new Antoine Fuqua movie, Michael. This is the Michael Jackson biopic starring Colman, Domingo. It stars Nia Long and it stars Jaafar Jackson, who plays his uncle. What can I tell you about this movie? It's not going to please everybody. That's to be expected, that's going to be anticipated. With Michael Jackson, he was controversial. Now, I'm very much a Michael Jackson fanboy. What can I tell you from my perspective? It delivers, more or less. More or less. The situation I find myself in is that there's not much I don't know about Michael Jackson. There's not much I don't know about his upbringing. There's not much I don't know about his catalogue. There's not much I know about his struggles in terms of racism and all of the struggles that he went through in the 80s with his vitiligo and whatnot. So all of the stuff that's touched on in this first part of a planned two-part biopic, I pretty much knew. This is the Cliff Notes version of the first portion of his life. It does delve into the business side of things with his dad, and it emphasises that conflict between wanting to stay loyal to his family and wanting to branch out on his own. That is the emotional centre, and that is the through line of the entire story. I would also say very central to the story is Nia Long playing Catherine Jackson, his mother, and that relationship is very well portrayed on screen. The critics are going to hate this movie, and they decided that they hated this movie before they watched it, in my view, because the media over Michael Jackson's life spent their entire career spinning negative Michael Jackson stories. So to see a movie that portrays Michael in a positive light is not something that will sit well with them. And that's very much what you will find when you look at the negative reviews about this movie. They're focusing on the fact, well, where's the tabloid spin? Where's the wacko jacko stuff? Where's all of this? It was all media creation. None of that was real. What you get in this movie is an authentic look at what the media told you wasn't there. A real man, a real artist, and a real legend, and that's what I can say. The three central performances by both of the actors playing his parents and Michael, played by Jaafar, are exceptional, and they were much better than anticipated. Some of the dancing, now this is a slight critique, does look a bit mechanical, but that's to be expected, and that's not a slight on Jaafar, and that's not a slight on the casting of his nephew either. Michael Jackson was a true original. He was a one-of-a-kind performer. You don't get that good by practicing for a few years. You get that good by practicing every day for decades. That is why there was no one like Michael Jackson. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you will get something out of this. You'll be tapping your feet and you will really, really like it. If you're a critical fan like me, you may find that you wanted a bit more depth in terms of the business side of it, the struggles that he had becoming a regular on TV, more of the creative process with his short films like Thriller and Beat It. You will find as well with the first act, I wouldn't say it sags, but what would say there's a significant moment in the movie, which I'm not going to spoil here, where it just pops. And it pops off, and it pops, and from there, you're to the races, and it's like that until the end of the movie. I was impressed by how much they managed to cram in, but because of the length of his life, even depicting half of his life in a 2-hour movie, it's going to be difficult. Antoine Fuqua deserves credit here because it's expertly shot, and it's very well paced. However, it is slightly, as I say, it could have been an hour longer, covering the first half of his life, and you'd probably still left some stuff out. Now, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So, very much for the fans, by a fan. I will be buying it on Blu-ray when it comes out. I will be going to see it again on the cinema. Avoid the negative press. They wanted a particular movie, and that is what they are reviewing. They are reviewing the movie they never got, rather than the movie that's been presented before them. So if you're a fan of his music, if you're a fan of music biopics, you will get something out of it. So it is a very strong recommend from me. but then again, I'm the target audience. Now, you let me know, are you going to see this movie? Do you believe the hype and the spin by the press, as per usual? Or are you going to go in and make up your own mind? Better than Bohemian Rhapsody, in my view. Better than Walk the Line. Better than Elvis. Is probably the best music biopic of all time. But I'm the target demographic. Now, as I say, comment below, let me know. There are no right or wrong opinions. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. What an idiot. What an idiot. It's got a killer soundtrack. But of course it's got a killer soundtrack.
Of course, fucking of course. I wasn't asking, I was telling. You fucking prat.
Of course, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir if you're watching this review probably. Of course, it's a 10 out of 10 soundtrack. 10 out of 10 for the music, obviously, but that goes without saying with Jackson. So, yeah, a little footnote there, so thank you for your time.